Culture is a huge aspect of a student's life. It has a huge part in everyday life and how you go about living it. Having students from across the globe has allowed the students of Mount Royal to get a first hand account of a multitude of different ways of life.
My parents aren't musicians at all, so they put me and my sister through a music elementary school back in Quebec. And it was more because music is very good for like the development as a children. And they didn't think we will continue. And I been through music, and my sister was in music as well, all the way through Cégep, so around like 17 and 18. And I decided to continue with that path, and she went to the science. Especially like if you're in a conservatory or something like that, it's rare for people to take the time to get to know their environment, like politic-wise or stuff like that. They will be like, oh, I need to practice or I need to do that. They will have an amazing knowledge about classical music, like all the composer, their life, like the style, the era and stuff like that. But if you take them and remove them from the classical music bubble, they actually have really little knowledge about the external world, I would say.
Yeah, Venezuela and Canada are like two completely different countries. The culture itself, starting from the food, we have like lots of typical food, like homemade food, music and dancing. It's a big part of our culture, and there's no such a thing as personal space, like here in Canada. You know, it's always everyone's hugging and kissing, and everyone's like really loud and really expressive with their hands and gestures. When I first came here, I went to high school. There was this girl, and normally in Venezuela you greet people like with a handshake and a kiss, right? So like I went up to her like, oh, this is, I don't even remember her name, and I was like, oh, hey, how are you? And I like pulled her towards me and I kissed her. And she just went like, what? Like, what are you doing? And then like it was really awkward at first, and then I was like, that's just the way we do it in Venezuela. But she felt like really awkward. And then from that point, I was like, okay, I guess I'm not supposed to do it here.
My parents are from India, actually, but we're from a Himalayan region. So we follow the same traditions as Tibetan people would. So we follow the same Buddhist cultures they do, same holidays and everything like that. A lot of people are more, not hardcore about it, but they're like more, they know more than what I would know if I were here and I hadn't have gone there. So I have learned more things about my culture, and my parents do try to keep us, you know, we try and learn our own mother tongue, and we try and, you know, when we have children, like me and my younger sibling have children, we can pass that on to our kids and we can show them about our culture, whatever our parents have taught us. Sometimes, you know, I'll be with my friends and then they'll talk about their parents and I'm like, well, my parents do things a little bit differently, but I can adjust to it because I've been raised in this society here.